Just Dance has a new couple, and they're... My name is Avery, and if living on Earth becomes a non-viable option, I will spend my twilight years floating through the cosmos, traveling from planet to planet, spreading the good word of Just Dance lore to all those who need it. And we're back for more Lore Week! Every day this week, I'm posting a new lore deep dive video because I have nothing better to do. Today we're dissecting the map for Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo in Just Dance 2024. A map that represents love, unity, and the gay agenda! I already have a lore video on Grace and Ari's respective maps, but if you don't have the time to go watch it, here's a quick recap. We met Ari in Good For You from Just Dance 2022 as she seemed to be going through a tough breakup in Just Dance High School, but coming out more confident by the end of the map. Roughly a year later, we met Grace in Thank You Next from the JD Plus Lover Coaster season, who was dancing in the same hallway as Ari and also appeared to be going through a breakup. At the end of Thank You Next, the camera pans into Grace's locker to show a romantic photo set of her and Ari together. This sparked a massive discussion within the Just Dance community. Are they together or are they just friends? Well, some people guessed correctly and some people didn't. So when I saw the map for the first time, I interpreted it as their best friends, partially because of the way that the coaches are placed in the photos. They just look best friendy. Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. I don't outwardly talk about it a lot, but I identify as pansexual. And if you make a joke about me being attracted to kitchenware, I will make sure that you do come face to face with another type of pan. As someone that identifies as not straight, I really do love seeing queer representation in media, but I don't think that that means every single character needs to be gay, which is initially why I thought Grace and Ari were just friends. It really did look like a photo set between two besties. But after the release of Vampire, obviously, I think differently now. So let's analyze the map together. The map starts at the end of a prom night where we see Grace and Ari having two different experiences in the gymnasium. I really love the way that they managed to show that these two characters are completely separate in this stage of the map. There's no part of me that's confused on if they're physically together or not. I just thought this was really smart. Grace is crying with a prom queen sash around her body, and Ari looks really angry, throwing her arms out in front of her. Also, just a note, Ari is in her makeover outfit, so to me this signals that Vampire chronologically happens after Good For You and not before. At the beginning of the second bridge, they find each other on the dance floor. This part is so cool! I love the video artists on Just Dance, man. They're so smart. They dance through the entire night together, becoming progressively uplifted and coming together. At the end of the night, they come together one last time, their foreheads touching, and they're holding hands. Since this map has been out for a few months and I've already watched it a million times, I feel like my emotions for it have kind of calmed down by now. So I'd like to show you my first reaction to Vampire from when the game launched because I do think it's really important. Oh, they're holding hands! Ah! It makes me so happy. Oh, that was beautiful. Sorry, I don't think that the team knows how much it means to see representation, especially when it's two women, because I find that when two women are together, it's only tolerated because it's fetishized. It's really beautiful to see a love story between two women that isn't just oh, that's hot. Oh, two girls make out. You know what I mean? It's just it was really beautiful. They did a really good job with it. I am very lucky to have been raised in a household where being queer is not looked down upon. Because of that, there are not a lot of times where I fully appreciate representation like this because to me, it's just normal. It was always normal growing up. But this map dug something out of me that I didn't realize I was longing for. Yes, I've seen sapphic representation before, but it's almost always through the lens of what a man wants love between a woman and a woman to look like. I didn't even realize how rare it is to see sapphic representation, not in a sexual way, but in a loving way. I've seen some comments online saying they wish that Grace and Ari had kissed, but the truth is, they don't have to. Just Dance portrayed a love story between two women where the most physical touch involved was holding hands. And I think it's really amazing that we can feel the power of the connection that they have together, and they didn't even need to kiss to show us that. Just a heads up, the next topic is going to dive into some homophobia and transphobia, so if that's something you've dealt with enough in your life and you want to skip it, here's a timestamp where you can skip it if you want. It's really important for me to touch on these topics, but a lot of queer people have heard some of this enough times, so feel free to skip. Some of you might say, but Avery, there's gay stories everywhere. Every time I turn around, gay. I am drowning in gay. And if that's your thought process, I would respectfully like to present to you my findings. Exhibit A. In 2023, states like Utah and Idaho passed different anti-trans laws, banning trans people from using public bathrooms that align with their gender identity, and classifying trans-affirming care for minors as child abuse, respectfully. More like disrespectfully. Exhibit B. In 2019, Brazil's president, Bolsonaro, said he didn't want Brazil being known as a gay destination because, and I quote, "we have families." According to an SBS article, he said that tourists were more than welcome to come here and, lovingly wrestle with women. Don't mind if I do. And Bolsonaro has also proclaimed himself as a proud homophobe. Exhibit C. Ew. Alex Jones on InfoWars said that we're putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. I don't know what a gay bomb is, but I want one. Goodbye, homophobes. My point in saying all of this is not to shove the queer agenda down people's throats, as some might see it. My point is to show exactly why we need these kind of stories in media, and in video games especially. This world is still very scary for a lot of gay people around the globe, especially people of color, trans people, and disabled people. And the thing is, this conversation doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't even have to be a big deal. It can be as easy as being queer is okay, and I love you no matter what. But I'm not into all that chaperone stuff. I don't care if you do it, just don't do it in front of me. Now that the heavy topic is out of the way, let's get into the fun topic. Of course, I asked Aurore, Just Dance's lore guardian, for some information on Grace and Ari, and she sent me some details to share with you. She started with the chronological order of the maps, which is Good For You, Vampire, and then Thank You Next. It's not looking up for Grace and Ari right now. If Thank You Next came after Vampire, oh no. This is what she wrote about Grace and Ari. Since elementary school, Grace and Ari have known each other. They were friends and even best friends engaged in all sorts of mischief. Then in middle school, they began to lose touch. Ari had become more withdrawn and uncomfortable with herself, while on the other hand, Grace was already the popular and well-liked girl, despite some secretly envying her, including Ari. Life led them down different paths and they gradually drifted apart. Finally, in high school, Ari had an epiphany. The image reflected in the mirror didn't match who she truly was. She decided to open up, embrace herself, and reveal her true self. Grace watched from afar as Ari transformed, genuinely happy to see her childhood friend finally blossom. Ari took the initiative to re-establish contact with Grace. They quickly became close again. Of course, Ari couldn't stand Grace's boyfriend, who didn't appreciate her the way he should have. This was confirmed at the prom when Grace's boyfriend broke up with her right after they were crowned prom king and prom queen. Ari was there for Grace, and gradually they became closer than they thought they would. Eventually, they decided to make their love official so they could make the most of their last year in high school together. Being a couple means experiencing incredible moments and unfortunately more challenging ones. They are going through a rough patch and only time will tell if they reconcile in the future. This is not good! What do you mean? They hit a rough patch! I can't believe Aurore left me on this note. I was reading such a beautiful story of two people finding love within each other, only for it to end in them becoming divorced moms demanding each other for child support because Timmy has soccer practice. When I read this summary, my first thought is that they might be going to different colleges. There's no canonical college in Just Dance as far as I know, but the lore guardian did state that they were making the most of their last year in high school. So if there's any rough patch to hit, it's deciding what to do with the future. Maybe one of them wants to stay in their hometown and one of them wants to explore other dance verses. With Ari being the more rebellious of the two, I can definitely see her wanting to leave home. But I guess only time will tell. What a horrible way to end. I'm so sad. Thank you so much for watching this lore breakdown for Vampire. I'm sorry I had to be the one to break the news. I didn't want it to be like this, but Here we are. I love the story between Grace and Ari, so when Aurore said they're on the rocks, I'm just... Girl, my hope and love is fleeting. It's almost gone. Thank you so much to Aurore, the Just Dance lore guardian, for providing so much information on Grace and Ari's relationship. And of course, my meme master, Amber Fall, for injecting her humor into this video. Our lore week continues tomorrow with a full lore breakdown for Rasputin and The Bride. So make sure to come back and find out what the hell is going on. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. I don't have a gameplay video for Vampire, but I do have one for Thank You Next and Good For You if you want to check those both out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! West Virginia. Oh. I look kind of good like this. The old depressy look is looking good.